Welcome to the Refractor line, live every Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern.
Pull the big one!
The Refractor line, going live now.
Hey everybody, it's Mark from the Refractor line. We got Matt on the line. We got Doug on the line. How are you guys doing?
Oh man, Friday, dude. Just struggling through
Friday.
it. Struggling through the week, but I made it, man. We made it. We made it.
Weekend's here, guys. You know, it's Feel Good Friday is what it is. I mean, that's really, you know, we did it. So enjoy some playoff football this weekend. You know, hang out, make some bets.
Crazy things happening in the world today, though, Mark. We got crypto crashing, right? And then look, like, how is this tying to collectibles? There is some tie-in here. There are people who, when things collapse, they look to move their money into physical things, or, you know, we kind of talked about it earlier. It sounds silly, but it's true. People move their money into comfort things they're comfortable with, knowing like, hey, look, I put my money here. I'm not going to lose all my money, say, investing in a Michael Jordan PSA 8 rookie, right? I mean, it's not going to collapse on you. It's not going to be something that's going to be worthless. So people do things like this when economies and things start to collapse. So it's going to be an interesting next 12 months, gang. I'm excited.
We'll talk about too. That's a kind of interesting thing that you bring up, though, because it's, you know, people see what's on the horizon. I mean, you know, we're not dumb. People pay attention to what things cost and things like that. So, you know, what's going on, man? Anything going on there in your side of the world? You have no background today. You're just showing off the. Where are you, in the attic?
No, it's upstairs. Okay. This is the office.
This is a loft, Mark.
Oh, the loft.
Yeah,
okay.
This is the office space. So you got the cat tree behind me back there. Yeah, so this is where the things happen, as they say in the business.
I got you. Unprofessional, what's up? Hamwich, what's up? K Hendo TRL gang. Hey, I got the TRL shirt on. You guys need your TRL shirt, so figure it out. Jody, what's up, dude? How's it going? Staffgans, hello. S&P, what's up? 16 bits. Bigfoot says hi. What's up, Steven? How's it going, man? Michael, what's up? Elephant cards, can't wait. Oh, dude, elephant cards. Our sweet prince, or what's he? The small prince of contemporary art.
The
little
prince. Small prince. No, there are no small princes, Mark.
Fur dog, what's up? What's up? Welcome, guys. So, I guess we'll start off the show, guys, with a little fun drama going on in the TCG world, because that doesn't happen too often. So
Can I just say how much I love these like Kickstarter TCGs? Like, they are batshit crazy, and I'm loving every minute of it. Like, this is one of those things where, like, you know, I don't get to be involved in crazy beef. My life's pretty mellow, pretty normal, right? Like, just, you know, whatever.
Yell at the neighbor, you know.
No, I mean, I got good neighbors too. I don't even got anything going on. I'm just like, well, you know, normal day. But Mark, here we are, beef, or just as low key beef. This is my favorite type of beef. This is the beef that, like, if it was rappers, it'd start like this, and then we'd get some diss tracks next.
It's just simmering right now, yeah.
It's simmering now, but it's going to get going. Mark, So what, Mark? Do you want to set it up, or what do you do you have the?
I have
some
the thing.
statements here.
The statements, because this is what happened last Wednesday. Someone brought it to our attention. There's this cafe thing going on, and we're like, "What are you talking about?" So they sent us this statement, and this what Zabba wrote, and we just read the statement live, and we all kind of had a good laugh. And do you want me to read the statement? Do you guys?
Read the statement again. Read it again.
Let's read it again.
To preface this real quick before you read it, Mark, somebody on their Discord, the Nostalgix Discord, said God damn it, I wish I had screen capped that shit about how we're telling untruths, we were lying blatantly or whatever, some bullshit. So just read the shit again, because Matt read it, we made fun of it, and we're gonna do the same thing again. So Mark, please read it.
I just want to,
and then we'll make fun of it.
I don't need to do anything special here.
Yeah.
Okay. So the latest is that I am now actively living in Minnesota from Wisconsin, and that I am likely going to be taking a dedicated office out of a massive, beautiful shared space in Minneapolis for the time being. Cool. It offers an amazing location and a free fitness membership so I can turn into a Chad, or not have a heart attack anytime soon. This is a massive change in direction from my initial plan of buying space up here and fully doing fulfillment myself. With this current plan, I'm aiming to outsource fulfillment to other parties and run it all remotely until I find the perfect space. Read that as Merch Arena would have product housed in a faraway lands of New Jersey, and fulfillment for orders would be handled by their team. I pay for item storage and order picking. This is the same team handling our Kickstarter fulfillment. The perfect space. The new plan for our eventual headquarters down the road is to have a space that is part Lucky Frog Cafe, part head office. This would be a beautiful space that I could actively work at, but could also sell Nostalgix branded non-alcoholic beverages and offer tables that have playmats resin sealed into them. We would host smaller events out of here and essentially get them in with the coffee, keep them with the card games. This space would truly teleport you into Nostaram and be a safe, fun space to play a game, chat with friends, or work on your laptop. That's the statement right there.
Okay, that statement, we read it. Okay, and he went on, and people are like, "Oh, that cafe, man, you're just taking that shit out of context." And these are just, what do you say, brainstorming or dreams or some shit. Literally, Mark, the first line says, so the latest. Like the latest, he didn't say latest dream, latest brainstorm, latest great idea I got. No, he dedicated a whole fucking paragraph there, Mark, at the end to explain what the cafe was. This doesn't sound like the cafe is just some side idea. This is like, step one, I moved to Minnesota. Check. Step two, get ripped on the way. Step three, cafe. Maybe
I'm not
just
paying for my own protein shakes. We want that in-house. You kidding me?
We're getting that in-house protein shake and shit. Are we getting, Mark, are we getting Venn diagrams? Can we get Venn diagrams of Nostalgix players and protein drinkers? Protein shake drinkers? Because I'm not sure we're getting that huge area that they're sharing.
He mentions coffee. So, how many, you get
there
him
was one.
What are we doing here?
Was there not also a follow-up statement about how his girlfriend has unique knowledge of the space? Oh. So if she's informing decisions, I'm going to need to know about this chick. Like, if she's informing business decisions with the money that we're kickstarting, that we've given you, I'd like to know a little bit about her, a little bit about what we're talking about here, intimate knowledge of a space.
Yeah.
Right, gang?
And thank you, Mike, for stopping by.
I'm glad Mike's in the chat now. Mike, I don't know if you were in the show on Wednesday, but it would have been a really good one if you were there. This made
me laugh out loud. This is the shit that made me like, LOL, like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is the beef I like. And it's not even beef. It's just like fact. Read it, Mark.
Yeah. So that's Zabba's statement. So we go back to the MetaZoo AMA with Mike, and someone asks him, "Is a physical storefront still in the works?" And Mike comes back with, "Yes, but no juice will be served." And I love it. I love it because it's
got him.
Because hey, they see what's going on. He's in the business. Knows what's up. I mean,
dude.
Thanks, Mike.
Can I just say?
I mean,
like,
this
the
guy's
funny
got
thing.
$1 million. Go ahead, Doug.
No, it's funny that, like, look, so MetaZoo comes out and says that. Mike says that. It's like, okay. But it's funny that it's such a funny statement because you didn't think you'd have to qualify that your store's not going to sell juice. However, with this crazy fucking world we live in of Kickstarter TCGs, there's some wild shit going on, Mark. And I love it. I can't wait for the more, like, the wackier it gets. Like, it's going to start getting real wacky. These card games... I've changed my opinion if these Kickstarters have a chance. They're thinking, no, but we're going to see some fantastically weird launches and fails that are just going to be I'm all about it, man. I'm ready to just be involved, just to be here and watch.
What I found really funny was when I forgot who it was that posted in our Discord, like the screenshots from the Nostalgix Discord, where like everyone was coming to like his defense and like trashing us, like you guys are just the trashing me. They don't get it. They're trying to stoke fear into the game and take it.
Why?
We read his words. That's
we
all
read his words, and they're hilarious. They are this like, man, don't put out a statement talking about y'all get jacked up, man. Got to get swole first. And then talking about not having a heart attack to try to like it was like he wanted to walk it back when he really probably could have just deleted it. He's like, no, I just mean I'm not gonna have a heart attack. I'm gonna stay healthy. Your CEO is gonna be healthy, gang.
Yeah, well, I hope he'd be healthy. Like,
no,
to begin with, like, I hope that's part of your lifestyle. And Mike comes in and chimes in and mentions $1 million doesn't go afar. It really, this is a different time, guys. Like,
no, right. If you watch our shows, like $1 million is nothing, but this is the beauty of it. These guys, Mike, I don't know if you saw us talk about it, these guys have no idea what to do. No idea what to do or what's coming, but they're making these big, beautiful offices. And somebody in the Discord made a great post of Amazon's office. Like, look at this dweeb with just his spray painted Amazon sign. And look, the desk looked like it came from Goodwill. And it was just a tiny little office and the guy just working. And that's Jeff Bezos. And now, look, man, and now he's swole out of his mind. I think that was the point. It wasn't about the money. It's that he got jacked. He got ripped.
Yeah.
He went and got a gym membership. It was like, no, for real. It's so... I'm loving it, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, and I love it.
I think someone in our Discord mentioned it's like, you know, you kind of have that money, you start playing Office instead of really getting to work. You're thinking about the type of coffee you're going to be serving, not how to grow your game, and it gets worrisome. And that's, you know, part of this invest. Like, you see this all the time with Kickstarters. People just taking money and running. So you got to be, you know, careful. I mean, this is what Kickstarter's about. That's why they have that big
so many fees, Mark. There's so many fees, not just Kickstarter. You know, bring in the cafe part of it that you're dreaming of doing. That's going to cost you money. But on top of that, that's costing you time. Even if it's in the back of your head or front of your head or wherever you're thinking about it, planning it, having somebody actively doing something on it rather than this card game. That's taking valuable resources that maybe you shouldn't be spreading out, right? Like, man, but like I said, this is actually going to be a lot of fun, gang. I think following these Kickstarters is becoming very entertaining.
And Michael's got a great idea in the chat here. A new Netflix docudrama. All these TCGs. I mean, I think that would just be great. I mean, I think
and then they cut to us to like narrate it. Let me pay, man. I'm in.
Doug, do a Kickstarter. You can start a Kickstarter. Like, Doug's TCG movie. Doug's TCG docudrama.
Oh God, yeah, man. Let's get some money on it. But I don't. Oh, now let me pivot that though and say like I'd like the money, but I don't want to do the work. What's that? Is that Kickstarter still? Can I still kickstart that?
Could be. Yeah,
maybe.
Like I don't want to do anything for it, but I think I should get paid for this idea I'm gonna throw out there.
I use instant coffee. Yeah, I get a Mr. Drip. Yeah, I mean, you know, you do what you got to do here.
I think this
right,
kind
take it easy, Mike. Have a fun Friday as well. Whatever.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, have a nice weekend.
I think this speaks to the larger point of like when you invest in these Kickstarters, you're just as much investing in the people that are running it as you are the game itself. And like I think we all started pretty strong on Nostalgix. Like when we first saw it, we were like, okay, this sounds cool. Like sounds like they kind of have a lot of things going for them. And like the more that and this is just our personal preference or mine, I'm speaking for myself, is that like the more I learned about the game and the more I learned about like the guy running it, the more I started talking, the less optimistic I got. And I mentioned this on the Wednesday show is like, he sounds like a person that doesn't understand a lot of the business. So specifically like grading. Like, and someone in that Discord post talked about how like we were claiming that we claimed that he was trying to push people towards DSG. Again, we took literally what he said. And someone screen capped that. Like, when you speak out of turn like that, like it's going to make you look stupid. That's really what it comes down to.
He specifically says, he spoke to the DSG owner, he likes like the values they represent in their philosophy. And then he said in the next paragraph about PSA, he said, if you can have a baby in the time it takes to get your graded cards back, that's wrong. Like literally called PSA wrong and said, I like DSG's values and philosophy. Those are his words, not ours. I don't fucking like DSG's philosophy. They're preying on the dumb. That's what they're doing. They can say they're not all they want, but it's stupid. They're grading stupid crap. Like, I saw fucking some bullshit TED card graded. Are you kidding me? Like, this is a joke. And I don't even know where to go with this. PSA's opening up. Their tiers are starting to open up. Their regular servers open. So, look, they're going to swallow everything soon. So, I don't really give a shit. But for now, this is one of those things like, yes, we're going to rail against you charging $30, $40 for this when PSA's regular service is 50 fucking bucks anyway. So give me the 10 extra bucks at a PSA grade anytime. Or CGC, go pay 15. Come on. This is don't get me started on the ridiculousness of his statements. And Matt, like you said, they were his words.
Yeah, we didn't there was no assumption. We took literally what he said and used it against him. And then when they tried to come at us, they're like, "Oh, you're putting words in his mouth." No, he put his own words in his mouth. We just used them.
He had time to type it and read it too. It's
there's no mistake when you type it out.
And he didn't go back and edit it. He's just like, this is it. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah,
it's a terrible idea to use DSG, and it sounds like the nostalgic dude's got some more terrible ideas in the pipe. And again, like I said, I'm excited about it, Matt. I'm not heavy into it, so I don't mind watching this thing fail spectacularly.
And so at the same point, there's still I committed. We all pledged, I think, to some extent, maybe the exact same amount, but
we all got an Ando box.
Yeah,
hell yeah! All right, awesome.
So it's not like we want this to fail. Awesome. People are saying we're trying to stoke fear and get people like we're trying to sabotage them from the inside. We pledged money to this. We don't want it to fail.
We originally wanted it to do well. But again, here's the thing. I wanted to do well, but hearing the things he's saying, I'm not expecting it. I'm not this is going to go great for me. It's not. It's going to be a mess.
Like the FUD. We're invested in this. We really aren't we're trying to be honest with people. And, people need to protect their investment. And it's criticism like this that makes people think about that next dollar. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, we're doing what you should be doing when you invest in these things. Pay attention to what the Kickstarter owner's saying, Because I drew my Venn diagram for you, Doug. I don't know if you could see it. But here's your workout chads. Here's the people that have coffee. There's an overlap there. TCGs for teenagers have nothing to do with working out and coffee. I mean, it's a thing. What are we doing here? I don't think I want to go to a cafe and just play games. You know what I mean? It's kind of like there's already a game store for that. You know what I mean? And I could bring my own damn drinks. I don't know.
Mark brings the heavy stuff too.
And I'm bringing Bud Heavy. You know what I mean? BYOB where I go. So, I don't have to sit there and have, your what is the Harry Potter brew? I don't have to have, some Harry Potter root beer. You know what I mean? This is just weird to me. But I'm all for it. I love getting in the muck. I love the mud. Hey guys, keep it up.
We thrive in the muck. Yeah, we're like pigs.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably not the people to go after. We're not we're not like, oh,
well,
man, we're sorry. We love you anyway.
Careful of what we say. I mean, we're not really kind of being mean just to be mean. I mean, we'll tell a joke here or there, but we're trying to back everything we say up. It's not
right. Other than the things that we say in jest, we make fun of people because some of these ideas are really stupid, and then we take them to the next level of stupidity. So you kind of see the trail it's on, where it's like, it's not there yet, but here's how stupid it sounds in another way. It's important to note things like Nostalgix when this guy's doing this, and I made the comment in the Discord that he's not the star. I said nobody's a fan. That's incorrect. Everybody's got fans, right? Everybody's got some fans. He's got some people who give a shit about.
Yeah, everybody's a fan of Doug. Give him a shout out and join the Discord. Yeah. You can let him know in the Discord too. Go ahead. Continue, Doug.
But it's dude, it's you're a fan of. If you're a fan of him, I don't know his name. Zaba. Okay, you're a fan of Zaba. There's 12 of you, maybe, right? The rest of us who invested are yo, I'd like to hear more about the game and some positive things going on with that near $1 million you got. And Mike came in and said, $1 million is a lot of money. We've been saying that for weeks after it closed. We've been saying that. We're look, there's going to be fees. There's going to be costs. There's all these big things. And that's why on Titan, we were so bearish. We're Titan's going to not have anywhere near the money to do the things it's talking about. It doesn't even have cards or a game yet. And all this money and all these fees and all these things that are going to come out cost, it's going to be, if it prints a one-time vanity printing, I don't know how they're going to get money for a second one. And it goes back to Nostalgix the same way, where he's spending all this money. I think it was MetaZoo Crew, actually, who said it in our Discord. And MetaZoo Crew, correct me if I'm wrong. But like you said, playing Office, right? They're playing Office. They're not actually doing anything, making all these dream plans for their office. A lot of people just work out of small, tiny little nothings, basements in their houses until they take off. This is silly business. So, yeah, anyway, Mark, there's drama happening before our eyes. And somebody asked, and I thought this was a really good question as well, K Hendo, what creators are actually standing out to you guys? Is there any game right now where you're Well, they haven't fucked it up yet. Or has everybody kind of tripped over their own 2
Vincent
feet?
Fotomare.
Well,
Our
guy Vinny, yeah. I mean that's a totally different story. I mean,
He's already
some of
a
these
millionaire.
are way too early. Like Sorcery seems to be having a great plan, but I don't know. That's way too early. I would say MetaZoo has done great, but they've slipped up. But they're first out the gate, so you don't expect them to be perfect, but they've done better than expected.
But they've done better, Mark.
their slip ups have been minimal in the.
Their slip ups have been along the chain though. Like it's always been along the chain of the brand. Yeah, we're like, yo, you don't need underpants. Yo, you don't need a fanny pack. Although I might need a fanny pack.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they've been slip ups on brand. Just like boom, we're adding promos. Boom, we're on brand. They're not selling me juice drinks or like coffee or bubble teas or any of that stuff. It's actually staying on brand. I don't like when they go off brand because that's not what you're not a juice bar. You're not a coffee shop, regardless of what your girlfriend's. I think he said some sort of intimate knowledge with the space or whatever, some intricate knowledge with the space. Yeah, man. Regardless of that,
Yeah.
it's just such a.
It doesn't matter. I think I saw something they were hiring. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I want to double check this because I may be wrong. Maybe I'll ask you. Did you guys see this? Were they hiring like somebody like a Photoshop expert for like $50K or something like that? Like
I didn't
could
catch
get a
the amount.
Photoshop expert for $50K. Like I kind of that $50K number I kind of scratched my head at. I mean, wages are going up and up. $50K is quickly tracked down here. So you're gonna need to double that, get it to low six figures, and then you'll be able to get a Photoshop expert. So if they're just looking for a Photoshop person, I mean, you can get someone for $50K. So just I don't know. I don't even know. I'd have to double check that. I'm not exactly sure about it.
Oh, back to the question then. Okay, is there any one of these Kickstarters? I mean, MetaZoo is not a Kickstarter. MetaZoo is a brand. It's going. Like that's a thing. It's not a Kickstarter now. We're still waiting on Nostalgix, Grand Archive. The Akora folks are in there and they're out in force. They like Akora. What else is Sorcery's coming soon. Maelstrom's coming soon. I don't know. So I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. Titan. If you're a Titan, I mean, look, you know how I feel about Titan, but that's all of them. I don't know if there's another. Is there another one that I forgot to name, gang? I'm sure there probably is.
Cryptic.
What's that?
Yeah,
Cryptic,
the new one.
Oh yeah, Cryptic. Yeah, they have. Yeah, and Cryptic is interesting. Hasn't had a chance to release and trip over their own feet yet. So I guess the people who haven't come out yet, the Sorcery, the Cryptic, not really fair for me to judge them because they haven't had a chance to screw up. So it's not fair for the people who have had chances and messed up to be compared to them. But yeah, guys, is there one where you're like, I like what's going on here? We got the Koba grading with Maelstrom, right? Grand Archive is weirdly in their own little space. I don't know if they're going to be able to come out with cards, but if they do, fantastic. Nostalgic doing their shit, right? I don't know. I guess I can't come up with one I like. Is there one you guys like?
Not that's done that stands out compared to the others.
Yeah, as far as
I
not,
think they're
as
all
far
in the
as
same
not,
boat. I think they're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think that
these spirits.
Maybe I think people had high hopes that maybe more of these were going to get out of the Kickstarter phase and really take off, and I'm having more and more doubts. That anyone's going to make it, like not even one. I used to think like, yeah, there's room for 2 or 3 more games probably just because of the space, it's just growing. But now I'm doubting myself on that just because it seems that maybe there isn't that room,
I think there is room, but I think it's not like some of the TCGs were not just going to make it by default because there is space for other TCGs in the area. Like if the game is crappy and the cards suck, it's not going to succeed. Whether or not there's space available for it to succeed is another thing. Like, there's no like second place winner. Like out of even if it sucks, like you're not going to succeed despite sucking. Is what I'm saying. Like, if a good game is out there and it can rival MetaZoo, it'll do fine. If they all suck, then none of them are going to succeed.
It's like Nelly said, Matt. When he said I'm number one.
Yeah, what did Nelly?
Second is not a winner, okay, Matt. And 3, nobody remembers.
3, nobody remembers. Yeah, that's true.
So you want to be number one.
Let me ask you, what does it take to be number one?
First of all, that's the best part. It's like, what does it take to be number one? He's getting deep with people by asking, what does it take to be number one? And, who knows?
That's why I listen to the song.
We're all trying to find that out, though, Matt. He can only give advice. He can give you some information from Nelly's experience. But the rest of us, we just have to experience it. But no, okay, so back to that, though. You do have to be number one, Mark, out of this group. there's going to be this big 2022 group, and I think there's room for one of them to pop. The rest, I don't know. Maybe two. Maybe you'll have Sorcery, who will be kind of a weird, like I've talked about, kind of a vanity game. Kind of like it's got cool stuff. It's a little more expensive. It's a big set. It's a little weird. It's not like super mainstream just because of the amount of cards, and probably the collectibles are going to be super hard to pull and super rare. So, yeah, I'm thinking there might be room for one or two, and I don't know who to pick, and there might be more coming up, guys, through 2022. But you're probably going to end up with one or two out of this year. That'll be okay. And then 2023, probably nobody's going to support any Kickstarters there because they'll have been broken by some of these. You're bound to be. Not everybody's successful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's just going to be more crowding in the space because of the success of Nostalgix and Grand Archive. So I think you're going to have to see more games just because people saw that $1 million price tag, and they're like, we're going to do it. And then there's the whole other side of it, the whole NFT side of it, where they're going to try to pull collectors away saying, hey, you want to buy this UFC Top Shot, you want to buy this Facebook Metaverse, whatever the hell it is, you want to buy this collectible, not this physical one. So I think there's going to be kind of this push and pull of maybe trying to get people not to buy these physical things. And in my eyes, this makes the physical things even more valuable. Like, let them.
I think with this crypto collapse, Mark, with this crypto collapse, I think people are going to move towards physical. They always do. When things collapse, you always move towards physical things you're comfortable with. I think this UFC Dapper launch, when is that? Is that Saturday? Is it tomorrow?
Oh,
or
yeah.
is it?
Are people going to buy that, you think? Should I get in it?
I'm going to try. I got all this Dapper floating around. Yeah, I think I'm going to try it and whatever. I mean, I don't know what that was going to happen. Probably nothing. What does a pack cost? What is it going to run me? $50. You know, $50?
Mm-hmm.
$50?
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, man.
Too much?
I'm going to try it. I think... And they said you can go through the line as many times as you want until they're sold out. So I got to feel they're not expecting.
Sell out. Oh, okay.
No, they're not expecting it to fill up. And I think the way Top Shot has gone, if you're following with that, that's kind of collapsing. Crypto's collapsing. ETH, all that stuff that's kind of like backing this or in the same universe as NFTs. It's going to bring all these prices down. And the beauty of the Funko Pops, the beauty of the Funko on wax is there's that physical pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? It's a pot of gold. It's actually just a Funko, but it's at the end of the rainbow. So, I mean, I think that'll keep collectability high on these. I do. I think wax and shit's probably fine because of the physical part of it.
Absolutely. That's interesting to just, I do want to kind of point out that is like, not getting too heavy into like the crypto stuff. And that's kind of why I like the Funkos is you kind of ignore that and you just focus on the physical Funko. So if you got a Popeye Grail Funko, what's the lowest price?
What's that going
for? What are we looking for?
What are we running
$220 right now.
That's the lowest Grail
one of the Sweet Pea Popeye, the one that you can turn in for the physical Funko, and that's just in wax dollars. So if you get the physical Funko, I think you could sell it for that much.
Man,
it seems like the lower end ones, like Flash Gordon's, going to be more like $50, $75. It seems like these ones are going to be the next step up, the couple $100 ones. But it seems the low end ones are like $75 for the rares. So I see like Flash Gordon going to be more of that. But who knows? When these come out, it might pop because, no one
I
got
think
their
they're
hands
going to pop. I think these are going crazy because, like, the stickers on the front of the fucking boxes are going to say one thing, right? They're going to say, like, limited to whatever. But that's not the actual run. We'll know what the actual run is here looking on the blockchain, seeing who turned these cards into coins and then which coins end up getting burned for redemption. And I'm telling you, both those numbers are going to be lower than the actual number. So you're going to have a lower number of cards to coins. So not 100% of the cards are going to turn into coins. Who knows? They might stay in packs. And then not 100% of those coins are going to be redeemed for physical Funkos. So I wish there was a way they would go about remedying this and letting everybody know what the print runs are, other than if you're going to sell it somewhere, make sure you put that in your listing and just give people the heads up and say, look, it says 968 on the box, but there's only 742 that were actually redeemed.
Yeah.
That actually exist.
And I just kind of want to point this out. It'll show it on these NFTs. It always has the mint number max, and it'll have a burn number too if there's burned. So what this is going to produce is a number of coins. These coins will have the exact same thing. So we'll say the minted number of coins and the number burned. So burned is the number redeemed of the coins. The mint number is number made. So you want the burn number. That's how many will of the coins are created after, well, it has to pass that 30 days. So after that 30 days, whatever number is burned, that's the number physical Funkos that exist of that one. So
I think it's curious. Michael made a point in the chat, and I have to say, like, this is something I've thought about and I've been going back and forth on. Michael said royalty's the best. I think royalty's super interesting. You have to build the sets, the complete sets to get these. I don't think people know how hard they're going to be to get or what you got to go through to get this shit. And then, when you list them for sale, the sticker on the box again is going to say something, but I've seen sets where the difference between the legendary and the royalty is supposed to be something like 1,000, and it's only been 170. You know what I mean? So they're right there. It's going to be real interesting to see what the market kind of dictates when they're in hand, what the physical Funko collectors are going to want. Mm-hmm. Because again, every time I visited the Funko Twitter and they were talking about this, over half now, I mean, it was 80%, now it's kind of come down, but over half had no fucking idea how to get these. They had no idea. They're like, oh, NFTs, I'm not touching NFTs. Yeah. Why don't you kill the earth a little more? And it's like, fine. Making plastics.
Doug, the kill the earth thing, that's the beautiful thing about Wax. You have to read their thing. They're the green coin, and they really push that. So if you are worried about the environment, well, yes, it's tied to all these other coins. That's a legitimate concern, is you trade it for another coin that isn't as green. Okay, sure. But the Wax part, I mean, read about it. It is very interesting. And the thing about the royalties that I think is going to make a difference, Doug, is I think people are catching on now. So I think the older the royalty is, the bigger it's going to be. So if you got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, before everyone really knew, like, oh, this is cool, this is kind of fun, and it's not that difficult. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, you got to do all this, if you follow us, we walk you through it. Please follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. But we walk you through it, but people, didn't really catch on, I think, till this set. And there was only 51. I think Star Trek had 100 cards or a lot more. So I think the royalty's going to come down with sets, but these early sets, it's going to be fire. I mean, it's going to be the
I agree with that.
We talked about on a couple of the past shows, like the barrier to entry. And I think, just speaking for me personally, like, because this most recent drop was like the very first Funko that dropped that I got into. And like, had we not gone through like the instructions on the drop site, or I'm sorry, the digital Funko site before, like a week before, I wouldn't have known that you could put together a royalty set to get a royalty Funko. Because like, you would have had to physically read all that information before the drop to know. Otherwise, I personally would have just like gone in and bought packs and not even known that was an option. So like, I'm sure there is some people that didn't know it existed that are just getting into it now if they're too lazy to read.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I think that's there's people who are too lazy to read and decide not to get in it and wait for the actual physical pops. I mean, there are two people who will look at it. Well, there are three types of people. And when you're talking about this, people who discover it and decide, I want to get into it. People who discover it and say, nope, too much fucking reading. And the third group of people who haven't discovered it, right? Those are the people who could potentially be buying these Funkos. And you're going to get a good amount of money because you're going to get a convergence of the people who looked and said, no, that looks fucking hard, I'm not doing it. And the people are like, I didn't even know that existed. And they're going to combine to be your market to buy these physical books.
No, and I think too much fucking reading is right on point. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's it. I think that's it, though. You talk about barriers to entry. Market seems complicated. We walked people through it and made it not so complicated. Like Matt was saying, we sat down together and kind of just did it and told everybody about how to do it. And in the Discord, we answered questions and let everybody know, look, just build your set, keep it all in the Atomic Hub, or keep it all in the Wax wallet, and they will give you a coin per set you have.
Yeah.
All right? That's all you have to do. Make sure they're together in the same wallet. And if you want to make it easier on your life, maybe put one in the Atomic Hub, one in the drop wallet. There you go. You get to keep them separated. Make it easier on your brain.
Absolutely.
All I'm trying to say is, look, there are steps here, Mark, that are a little more complicated than they need to be. And that's a beautiful barrier to entry for those of us who figured it out and now want to make a little money. This is beautiful. We want to keep this complicated, I guess, or as long as they keep it this way.
For us. And the kind of, to show why or how we got into this. And it's kind of, guys, we've been doing this for a while. And this Wax coin they sent out a coin to every member. Just to prove how easy it was to send out NFTs. So they sent out 10 million NFTs. They sent it out by the time you signed up. So if you signed up early, you got the early coin. If you signed up late, you got the late coin. There were 10 different coins. So this is the very first coin. This is what me, Doug, and Matt all have. We are the first 1 million accounts on Wax. We have experience here. So this is why we know it. I'm not saying I'm a crypto expert or anything like that. I have an experience in Wax and I know how to navigate this market. I mean, you can do the research yourself with the Explorer. You can see the sales yourself and make your own judgments. We're just putting you kind of, this is how you work it through, and to connect it to the drop, connect it to the wax. Yeah, it is difficult. At first I think, people are just scared of, the crypto thing, and it's kind of like, am I breaking laws or what am I doing? And this is very on the up and up, and what is it? America, Canada,
Captain Kirk breaking any laws.
Great Britain, Australia, New Zealand. So it's kind of like, if you're there, don't worry about it. You're fine. These are up and up companies. You're working with Funko. You're working with people like legitimate names. Topps Baseball. This isn't Bobby's gorilla he drew, and he's going to.
Yeah, we're not on the black market here. We're not on the dark web.
Yeah, you're not on the dark web. You're working with like Mattel. You're working with AMC theaters. You know what I mean? So you see these names, it makes you feel more comfortable about it. So,
sure. Speaking of which, Mark, do you guys want to talk about that Mattel drop coming up? Posted in our Discord. The Hot Wheels. So these are those chase ones. So there's like a treasure chase every set where they release. There's one of like a weird color or some shit that they put in to packs that are like the treasure legendary chase ones, right? So Mattel is releasing through their Mattel. What the fuck is it? Mattel something. Somebody knows better than me.
Okay, so you're gonna and we're going to have to put together this set. Is that kind of
No. This is Mark. This is something even different. I'm gonna do it right now. Mattel Creations. Go to Mattel, Mark. Go to Mattel Creations.Mattel.
Yeah, Bing that, Mark.
You can Bing it. It'll come up on top. I'm pretty sure Mattel has paid for both shitty search engines to be their thing.
Am I spelling Mattel wrong?
I don't know. It should come up, man.
Yeah, there we go. Oh,
Creations.Mattel.
I've seen these. Okay, so let's start at this. Okay, the Ida B. Well things is for sale in Chicago because they renamed Lakeshore Drive. Isn't it Ida B. Wells Lakeshore Drive now?
There's a building on Eastern Illinois campus named after Ida B. Wells.
So,
okay.
So I'm familiar with this doll. So I'll just throw that out right from seeing the start.
So,
You
buying?
No, they were
Maybe.
sold out everywhere, and I actually got an article of like where to buy one, and I was like, I just ignored it. I didn't understand it, but I saw it. So there you go. So I read.
Dolls are no different than other collectibles, Mark. Don't be afraid to be
So we could skip the
man in
Phoenix
his 30s
Rises.
buying dolls.
Okay.
Yeah. Skip the Phoenix, and then you scroll down, Mark. It's rarest of treasures, RLC exclusive 2021 Hot Wheels Super Treasure Hunt set. All right, so this is a $250 set of all the rares. Now, if you want to take a minute and look them up on eBay yourself, you'll see they sell between $40 and $80 a piece on eBay. They're the exact ones. These are the exact same ones. They're just putting them together in a case. Now, the case is numbered out of 1,500. It'll have a sticker numbering it out of 1,500. So, they're $250 for the case. You're paying $40 shipping. That's what they're going to charge you. And I'm assuming there's some tax stacked on this. So, assume you're paying $315 for it. That's what I would do. I'd assume I'm paying $315. And $315, so it's 15 cars. Figure the average price is, let's say, 50, because 40 to 80. Let's say the average price is 50. You're talking $750 back to you, 12% to eBay. So, and other fees. So, say shipping, pretend you do free shipping. Let's say $100 back to eBay. So you pull in $650, you pay $315. You're still clearing about $335 if you want to do this individually. And I don't even know what you can sell it together sealed. So it's you're doubling up.
This is interesting.
If you want to do a quick double up, and Mark, this launches. You're only allowed one, and you have to sign up for their membership. But I don't know if their memberships are free. I don't really care.
Okay, so you might have to pay something for a membership, but you should be clearing a couple $100. So who cares if it's like $20 or something?
Yeah, you should clear a couple $100 with this. And
interesting.
Yeah.
I love this. I love the can because I remember
Right.
seeing one of these in Grandma's garage. You know what I mean? These are old,
Sure.
like, I
Right.
can recognize this, like, for sure.
But this is the type of stuff, man, like we talked about with Has Labs. We talk about other little investments. Like, get into physical stuff, like physical Funko. Same with this stuff. Like, what do I know about Hot Wheels? My son plays with them and crashes them. I'm not going to let him see these if I buy it. But that's the thing. What do you know about these? Not much. I know there's money there. Like, I went and looked up each individual car. Like, it's what I did. And man, it's one of those things in this whole world of collectibles, investments, things like that. It doesn't have to all be trading cards. It could be anything that's out there that's kind of cool and a collectible. You can make a little money on. Like, shit,
Sure.
I bet right? I mean, Matt, let me ask you this. Is there any weird collectible you've purchased that you're like, yeah, it's a
Proton
collectible?
The Proton
Yeah.
Pack, I'm bringing it up
There
right
it is,
here.
right?
But
Yeah,
Doug, this
so-
made me think of the HasLabs Proton Pack.
Yeah.
So this is what
So,
this is
Matt,
what
if
Matt
you don't
got.
mind saying, how much did you pay in total for the Proton Pack and the wand?
650, maybe 600, 650, I think.
But look,
Okay.
I think the Proton Pack was 400. Is that right, Mark? Can you see?
Yeah, I think
I'm
they
pretty
break
sure
it all
the
down.
Proton
I can
Pack
scroll
was
through it all.
400.
Yeah, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the hose.
Yeah, I got the
He
wand.
got the hose. You better believe that man got hose.
Did you get the?
No
I
doubt.
know that.
As soon as you get that Proton Pack, you get hose, Mark. You know that.
Yeah, no. You got the Proton Pack. You got hose. I mean, I'll just, I know. Okay.
You already know.
But to your point, Doug, like there are so many spaces in the collectible market to make money.
Mhm.
Like when I'm just like bored, I will go onto like Facebook Marketplace and just kind of see what weird shit people are selling out of their houses. And like I've bought and sold World War II memorabilia. I sold a World War II helmet that
Certainly.
I bought off an old lady off Facebook Marketplace. And I like
Because it's
tripled my money because
Yeah.
she just wanted to get rid of it.
But that's the beauty of these collectibles, right? That's the
Yes.
fun thing about this space. There's a lot of things that we talk about, so stick with us. Try to stay with us. We move a little bit. We get a little crazy. We dance a little funky, as they say in the business.
We do.
Yeah.
But there's things there. Like, I think this is dope. I don't know. So, again, I don't know if this is something I'm going to. When is that? 3 days, 18 hours. Is that Monday, Tuesday? What is that? Tuesday. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Tuesday morning. I don't know.
January
11 a.m.,
25th,
maybe I'll-
9 Pacific. So
All right. I mean, I'm interested. I might make the move on it. I guess I'll make the decision then. But that's the thing. I'd rather invest in this, Matt, than put $250 towards one of these TCGs. I
Yeah.
trust,
Yeah,
because I think I could
that's-
flip that right away.
That's much so. Yeah, and this is more of a known quantity. Like we've seen these resell. We have a pretty good idea of what you can sell them for and what you can make, how much you can make. Whereas like some of these TCGs, like yeah, you'll see like initial promos and stuff trickle out onto eBay, but like it's more of like not a lottery ticket, but it's much more of an unknown that you're just kind of hoping it kind of flourishes, but you really don't know.
hey, Bert.
Well,
what's
you
up?
don't need
welcome,
to.
welcome.
What up, Bert?
But that's the thing. You don't need to, man. That's the point we're making. We make a lot of spec buys on TCGs.
Yeah, you have to sometimes.
Okay, well, of course you do. You have to have invest in what's in front of you and decide if you want it or not. But when this presents itself, don't pass on Hot Wheels cars because they're cars, and you're like, I only buy TCGs. I only buy a pack of Magic the Gathering cards. No, dude, this is a quick flip. Get it out. Get some more money for yourself. I don't want to say I guarantee, but this is one I feel really good about. They're going to fulfill. Number one, Mattel's not going to fuck you.
I
That's
love
the
this
first
case.
step.
I love this case.
And then
yeah.
number two, you're going to make money. There's money here. Like, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I could say I've looked up the individual sales. I don't see how this doesn't make you at least a little profit.
Yeah. Sometimes all you have to know about something is if you can make money off of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's something I always try to remind myself, like when I start venturing into uncharted waters, like I'll use that was actually World War I helmet as an example. Like
Sure.
I saw what it was. I did 10 minutes of research to figure out what it was, looked it up to see what they sell for, and I pulled the trigger. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to know everything about it. Do your base level knowledge and research
Yeah.
and pull the trigger on it. You don't have to be 100% familiar with everything that is involved in it.
Oh, and-
If you think you can make money, pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, and
Well, what do you
Kayla,
know
I
about
see you
Proton
with the
Pack?
eyes out here. These,
I know nothing.
Yeah, you're eyeing this.
Nothing about it.
These look great. I'm with you, Kayla.
They do look good for $250, and then, like I said, you're paying. Figure you're paying another $60 for tax and whatever. So
And whatever this is, become a member is this where you need to get the access or what?
yeah, become a member, and I don't know that they charge you for membership. So again, it's one of those things. Look through it. I don't know. I assume they do more than one drop a year. So just kind of pay attention, explore the benefits of the Hot Wheel. I mean, am I going to be getting Hot Wheels emails? I don't care. If I'm making money, I don't
Yeah, I think all you need to do is give me your email.
Oh, welcome to the membership.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, voting priviges for what?
Join the conversation. Well, probably what cards? Maybe you're.
Do I
you're
join?
a
Do I
car
join
head,
the?
You know, you're like.
Am I a shareholder
We need
and
to
buy
get
one
the,
share of Mattel stock?
Is that
Yeah.
Knight Rider? What are we looking at here? Doug, that's your.
I don't know. Coming soon, more great brands. Mark, that's all it needs to say. Coming soon, more great brands.
Oh, it's
Whatever you
$9.99.
want, bro.
Steven, look, $9.99. I think to get on. Yeah, so take a look because if it's $9.99 a month or something like that, maybe that's not worth your while.
If I was looking for
$9.99
Mattel
a
membership,
year.
I'm canceling right after.
Or
Doing that
yes,
shit.
well, yes, make yourself a note
Wait.
and cancel because that's what they rely on you not to cancel because you're going to be lazy.
don't you
so
think-
set it in your phone, do whatever you got to do. Cancel.
But
Cancel.
Mark, I just saw their Masters of the Universe. That's a big brand. Like they do some crazy Masters of the Universe shit, like the HasLab stuff. I mean, people are going to be in on. There's things there that I think people are going to be in on. So it's worth paying attention to. I'm not saying everything is. Rarely is everything ever worth it. So, but that's an opportunity.
Yeah,
that's
I don't understand Barbie or whatever this is. Like I'm gonna stay away from that. But Hot Wheels makes sense.
Oh, $9.99 a year. Steven said $9.99.
Oh, that's
Thanks, Steven.
Okay. That's reasonable.
Oh, well then fuck I'm paying that. I'll do it.
Especially if you're doing it for one. I mean, just makes yourself just pay attention next year. You know. I mean,
or there's more drops. They do these things, these limited collections, like all the time. Now, some are varying degrees of price and profitability. So do your own research. You know, don't just buy whatever. But they do things. So pay attention. Heck, like I said, I'm not against buying a Barbie doll that's going to make me money.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Or someone says picking one up for my daughter. Your daughter has a collection. That's a great one to add to it. You know. Why
great
not?
idea.
You know,
yeah.
I don't. Yeah. You know, I don't hate that. I think that's a great idea. It's something unique. You know, that's cool. So.
But then when I find out that Barbie's worth $1,000,
it might disappear one day and then get replaced by something that looks very similar. Or here, just take this computer game. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take this Barbie.
Oh, I got you a different Barbie. This one's the $9.99 one on the end rack at Walmart.
We're gonna need that. Don't worry about it.
No, for real though. That's what it is though. It's like Matt said. What does he know about these things? He knows he can make money, right, Matt? I mean, that's bottom line for you.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as you can make money, like it doesn't matter what you.
Would you sell this as a case though, or would you break them up?
That's a great question, Mark. That's one actually that I was going through the numbers with this in my head, and I price it out individually because I say, look, worst case, I can open the damn thing. I mean, like worst case, let's open it and see what people are getting individually for these. But I'm assuming the sellers of these, like me, hopefully they're going to try to get a premium. If they don't try to get a premium, one, that would kind of piss me off because like, well, what's the point of this? Number one, you fools. But then I would just take my cards out. Let them not sell for a premium. Let me take the cards out and sell them individually sealed. And then maybe I'll sell the collector's case sealed. I mean, not sealed, collector's case open with the sticker still on it.
Actually, yeah, that'd be a cool case just to have, just the case itself.
And it's numbered. It's going to be numbered on the case on a sticker. So, I mean, there's going to be so much opportunity with this. I would do it. I think I'm
convinced.
I'm talking myself out of it.
You talked me into this. This is something that seems it makes sense to me because I know how big Hot Wheels were. I know how big collectors can be, and these are the cool ones. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's right.
This is the tough metal ones. These are the ones. You know, are they still like that? I haven't messed with Hot
Wheels.
Oh
yeah, they're metal. Oh yeah, they're metal. They're metal. We have Hot Wheels all over my house. Stepped on them many times. It's sharp metal. They've sharpened the metal.
They made it.
I don't know what they've done, but
razor sharp. Yeah.
I don't remember stepping and hurting my feet. You know, stepping on Hot Wheels when I was young. But now this metal is razor sharp. They really know what they're doing. Precision cuts.
So guys, here's the site, creations.mattel.com, and it looks like it's just going to be right here on this front page. Do they have an upcoming, Doug, or?
What do you mean? Oh no, this is just kind of just scroll down, and that's what they got. I mean, they don't.
So just go to the front page, guys. So this is something you just kind of want to, we'll check, we'll give you the heads up on. But
Mark, why don't you go and pop that link in the Discord, and then give people the Discord link. A little.
All over the place
promotion.
here.
Some of those are cool.
Oh, the Discord link, I just popped it in the chat, guys. It's right there. You can't miss it.
Okay, there you go.
And you got to pay a little tax. And this is something to check, just like the HasLab.
69-cent tax.
So HasLab's right here, and they'll have the active projects here. And
keep in mind HasLab. So, if you keep
there's the HasLab one that's also in the Discord.
Yeah, and keep in mind on it. Keep your eyes on it. If you're checking HasLab, so make sure you check it like at least monthly. Because they're going to be in a lull now because they have a lot of projects they've started, so they got to work on them. You'll see, I'm thinking you'll probably see some spring, summer, which is normally when they drop them. But they have a lot they're working on, so it might not be till fall, winter. I'm fully expecting, and this is just pure speculation by me, and I'm just a guy. Like I'm fully expecting them to use their Power Rangers license that they recently acquired and doing some sort of crazy HasLab shit with it. I'm thinking that's the one thing that they haven't HasLabbed yet. They've like put it in the Lightning or whatever the hell their sales are. But I'm waiting for this to just be HasLabbed up, man. I'm waiting for it. Awesome. And I think that'll be big money.
Speaking of like licenses and the next thing, that's something to think with those Funko drops. That this is going to be the first of the retro comics. They're going to do another comic, and I don't know what kind of thing they can do, but if they do a comic that's a big comic, Spider-Man, Batman, something, Superman.
Sure.
I mean, that's going to be big shit, right, guys? I mean, Once they hit
Well,
the
that
DC or
will-
Marvel, I mean, hold on, right? I mean, isn't that the Funko
That'll
world,
be
or am I
one-
wrong? I'm not too tuned in.
Matt,
So.
well, Matt's probably more in. Matt knows more about the comics than me, but Matt, wouldn't it make sense that if it's a big comic star that they have a license for, or they have to negotiate a license for, whatever, that maybe those will be the first ones we'll actually see, where there's going to be basically no coins left over. People are going to want those physical pops. Like the physical Funko collectors are going to try to find a way to get these things.
That's my assumption, and to Mark's point, like if that ever happens, and to be honest, I'm a little skeptical just because I know how guarded Marvel and more so Marvel and DC are about their intellectual properties. My guess is if they ever, I mean, they already put out their own Funko Pops. Like I have Marvel Funko Pops, but I'm not sure if they would ever partner with Drop and Funko to like do this sort of NFT thing. It's entirely possible. But yes, if they ever did anything remotely involved in the Marvel sphere, like that stuff, it's the biggest thing in entertainment right now is Marvel. So you could put out like a fourth-rate character, and it would. I mean, we saw what happened with Popeye. Like who in this generation or the generation before or after us really cares about Popeye? Like we know about Popeye.
Nobody.
Do I really want a Popeye or Bluto Funko Pop before 2 weeks ago? No, I could care less. But like being involved in this, like it brings in so many different people, and that's kind of like where your Venn diagram comes in. Like it brings in so many like NFT collectors, comic collectors, Marvel fans, Funko collectors. Like all these different people are coming together into this one space, so it drives all the prices up. Like,
Yeah. And I mean, that's it, man. Like Matt talked about, the main thing we're looking at, Matt, with this is it's also bringing guys like us who's like, I want to collect money, right? I mean, it's not even them. It's the money collectors who are going to come in and try to learn about it as well because they know this is a big brand. Like there are money collectors who do the deep dive like us, Matt, who will do the research and find things that people aren't talking about yet because you kind of check our shows and see we talk about stuff early on because we're into it. And then we find a way to make money with it. But then there are people who are a little slow on the uptake, but they like making money that they'll be like, oh, Marvel's doing this? Well, I'm going to figure it out now, you know, I'll make a little money doing that. Instead of being in at the beginning, they get in here at the end or whatever. So that's another group to look at. It doesn't just have to be Marvel Funko fans. It's just slow on the uptake money collectors who maybe don't make as much as the rest of us.
And like the people who had a amount of wax built up and wanted to extract it, you know, and didn't want to pay an arm and a leg to transfer it from one crypto to another to fiat currency and all this stuff. It's like, no, you could just change it into a physical Funko and don't even worry about it. Just sell that.
Right.
And deal with it that way. So you're not doing all of this crazy jumping through all these hoops because I have this wax built up because I bought a bunch of Topps baseball cards in April. You know, I mean, it's kind of, you know, there's that trade-off where it's, you know, you're looking for ways to actually make money, not just build a wax account, you know, and do all that. But
exactly. I think that's an important thing to say, Mark. You're not looking to just, you know, get wax and accumulate. That doesn't necessarily have to be the way to do it. There's an exit strategy. And that should be for everything you buy. You need an exit strategy.
Absolutely. Like when we talk about colonized Mars, always keep in mind of like a way to get money out and kind of time the drops, you know, because the Funkos expire in a certain 30 days and all of these things. So keep that in mind because maybe, you know, you could do a play to earn game where you're mining a token and you could do it all the way up to the day before that drop ends. I mean, you don't have to do it early. I mean, you know, mine that extra token, then flip it all over. So just keep in mind all of that stuff. Like there's ways to extract money in it, and don't get these play to earn games. Hey, I still think they're kind of pyramid schemish. So be careful. I mean, if you're trying to make it to the top, I mean, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money, and be careful on that. So don't get too caught up on that. Keep on thinking about how you're gonna make money off of it, not you know, just get bigger for the game's sake. You know, don't get too caught up in the gameplay. I think is good. I think keep your eyes on the money.
The one thing I want to talk about before we get out of here, Mark, and this was interesting that you said that you don't pay attention for the money or the gameplay sake. And kick it back to TCGs, kick it back to MetaZoo, because I do want to talk about MetaZoo's market real quick. Mark, I texted you guys. What did they sell yesterday on eBay? What was the total number of sales? 254. So that's down. That's way down. Now, just quickly, eBay has been updating shit on their app, so some people have been able to access their app or access their actual account on the computer. So that could, you know, contribute to some of these sales numbers being low, but they are low. So it's just something to keep in mind. Like, you know, if you're looking to buy Nightfall or you're looking to buy Crypto Nation First Edition now, don't look into it with your exit strategy being right now because the market isn't there. People aren't buying. And again, like I said, you know, yesterday they were having some website issues and it's still going on today. People are still having trouble. So just kind of keep that in mind. But it's still not a hot, blazing hot market. Now's the time to just buy and sit there if you're interested in buying and think it's going to go up. Like, don't think you're going to be able to quick flip this stuff. It'll be a few months. And that's what I'm thinking at least, right? So that's something else to keep in mind. Long term versus short term. These Matchbox Hot Wheels cars, just that's quick. You can get them on, get them out. These TCGs aren't necessarily that way. And the same goes for the Kickstarters. They might have a bad launch, and then who knows? And 6 months be good, but it's not how I'm hopefully looking at anything.
Yeah, hopefully you're not. You're good to go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go, man.
Cool. And also, guys, just with the MetaZoo stuff, do you guys have anything you like about the Valentine's Day promo? Still a no? Still just kind of chilling on those, or
Like I said, I think it's a cutesy idea.
Has anyone seen what the promos are? What they look
Little
like?
chibis. They've showed some.
Oh, they're all the
pictures of
chibis. Is that which ones those are?
Mm-hmm. And they looked. I think the ones they showed were okay. Like I said, it's a cutesy idea.
I think it'll come down to price for me. Like if they're charging $49.99 for that, I'm not going to buy it. If they charge $15-$20, I'll probably buy one. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend. Like, 007, you're right. Maybe a few years depending on the TCG. That's true too. These could be super long-termers if they're not working out for you in the short term. It might just be the way it is. I personally like to look at things I can get out of fairly quickly. Nostalgix, I'm not looking to hold. Like, I feel like this is going to be a spectacular weirdness I'm trying to get out of. But, who knows? Future could be weird.
Well, yeah, you don't.
So
yeah,
that's
first of all,
else.
you don't know. I mean, maybe we could all be very surprised by it. And it'll kind of be like, we're the ones who sold Bitcoin at $2 and made some cash, and you guys are the ones who held it for when it went to 1,000. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's just it's where you're at, but it's a. We'll see how it goes. I think there's a lot of drama that's going to happen more and more because I think these delivery dates are going to get pushed back. So get ready for it. People need to tone down their expectations, I think. Because I think expectations are sky high right now. Everyone's like, yo, this is the hottest game. Have you seen this art? Like, everyone is like a Picasso now. Like, look at this art, dude. This is crazy. It's like,
I'm an art critic.
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess it looks fine. Like, MetaZoo art looks fine. I mean, I don't think I'm going to hang it in the Louvre or anything. I don't think it matters. I think you just got to do the game right. You got to have a fun game that people want to play. Like, something unique. True. Do all these other things instead of, hey, this foil is going to be silver and gold. It's like, well, fucking great. Throw a bronze in there too. Why not? I mean, who cares, so. I
agree. You're not wrong there, Mark. It comes down to gameplay and stuff. And MetaZoo has the gameplay. And look, these Valentine's promos, they look fine, right? There's, what did it say, $14.99 for a tin. So I'm not feeling priced out of it. I think you get, is it 5 packs per tin? Is that what it is, gang?
I thought it was 4.
Is it 4?
Maybe I thought it was 4.
Okay, so it's not.
Can I compare it to the wrapping paper?
Yeah. It's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It just is what it is. I might buy one. I think just because I think $14.99 doesn't set me back super far. And like I said, I think it's a neat little idea. I don't know. That's about where I'm at with it. It's a neat idea.
Have you looked at the wrapping paper bundles recently? I'm just curious.
Why they hot? They heating up? I got some over there.
I have with the packs, 150.
Is it selling?
That's what they were bought for, right? Isn't that what the
that's what you bought it for? Yeah, I think you got 159 out the door with taxes and fees.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this they're gonna break even.
So Hutch likes Nostalgix secret shards. He says they're looking good. Well, good. I mean, Nostalgic at least got some card stuff going on. That's good. Let's put this cafe to bed. Unless MetaZoo starts sending shots back at him, then I'm gonna laugh. I'll be there for it because I think that's pretty funny. No, I enjoy it.
And it'll be interesting, like this wilderness set with MetaZoo, because I like these cons that are coming up. I think these are going to be good to see how many people are playing the game. It'll be a good judgment to see if people are actually playing, or it's just the collectors standing around waiting for a promo, waiting for an autograph. Okay, cool, but are people actually playing the game? And that's the other part of it.
Absolutely.
We'll see if that happens.
Absolutely. All right. Hey, I mean, look, I think that's what we got for today for the guys, right? I mean, have a great Friday. I think playoff football's tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves. Monday, hopefully the big show. I think we'll be snowed in Monday. It's looking like it, gang.
Looking like a
snow. Is that true? Really?
Might be back in the cave.
We'll see.
We'll
play it by ear.
My life's in the cave now. We'll see.
Here a Mark public service announcement. So this is the Mark Serious Time public service announcement. If you're around our age or something, your friends from childhood, their parents might be passing away and stuff like that. go to their wakes, go to their funerals, show up for your friends, do the thing. It's important. Do it. It might suck. Just fucking do it. So that's Mark's PSA to you if you're our age.
Saying G up.
Be a good friend.
Be a good friend. And just show up even if you haven't seen them in a long time. Doesn't matter. Just show up, shake a hand, smile, look them in the eye. There you go. All right.
It's Mark, man.
Yeah, that's what I got. Matt, you got anything else? Any parting words?
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Awesome. All right, guys. As we always say,
don't bet the under.
That always takes the over.
All right, enjoy your weekends, guys. As we always say, guys, pull the big one.
The big one.
Oh, we nailed it. Awesome, guys. Have a great weekend.